Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and through you to the members. This particular amendment is coming once again out of order. We will get to the gratuities and pay-for-play amendments, I hope, before the end of the session today on ethics and lobbying reform. But this particular amendment, Amendment 27, actually is trying to take what has now become very, very much clear to those of us who have actually already had the opportunity to attend a particular session. This is to make mandatory ethics training and education for legislators. Now you might ask, well, don't we already have that in our rules? And you're right, we do have it in our rules. But the problem with that is something that we play by inside this chamber. And if we're going to make lobbyists attend their own educational session and have them do it and codify it in statute, why can't we? I mean, as much as people wanted to be kicking and screaming to be dragged to a mandatory ethics training, in which I want to give extreme credit, at least in the outset of this session, to the current speaker for putting that in the rules, since it's been something that I've been talking about and testifying about to the governor's task force and multiple other ethics hearings, that we need to have this. He took the right step and he incorporated it into the rules. And the thing that is really remarkable is that even with the first session, it was wonderful. It was wonderful because there was give and take, there was questions, and it went on for a long enough period of time for everybody in that room to say, you know something, I not only learned something, but I might have helped clarify even those people we are asking to enforce the very statutes that we are creating for ethics, campaign finance. They had a thing or two to learn from us as well. The reason why we shouldn't leave it in rules, and the reason why the public will not accept that, is because rules can change every 2 years. The good gentleman from Dartmouth and the good gentleman from Dorchester had filed, as part of their ethics package, putting term limits on the speaker. And there was a reason they did that, is because at one point in time we did have term limits on a speaker. But as rules go, rules can be changed every 2 years. It becomes the dictate of the current leadership, or how attentive the members are. I think the public would be rightly squared with us and would rightly support us in being able to put out there that we're okay with this. We're okay to understand that we can benefit from mandatory ethics and training, and it shouldn't be subject to the whims of changing every 2 years. We wouldn't be the first state to do this. In fact, over 16 other states have mandatory ethics training, and it's not the online type, although we're going to provide some of that as well through the State Ethics Commission for other government employees. But most importantly, what this does is say to the public, we're not willing to differentiate ourselves in a way that we consider ourselves the exception to the rule. Because we know that rules are made and rules can be broken. But statute, that's another story. Statute's a little difficult to change. So I would ask that, since in 2008 more than 100 articles detailing different proposals on ethics reform, many of them had to do with this very, very subject. And so though I applaud the fact that we did it in the rules, I'm going to continue to push that we codify it in statute, and I think that's a very small step, since the governor's proposal outlines ethics training, and we were not part of that. I think it's only right that we be the ones to step up and say, we want to be part of that. We're going to agree to do that, not on every 2 year change whim with the rules changes, but we're willing to do that in statute. And so I would ask that the members really seriously consider this. And if you haven't gone to your training session yet, in your education session, let me tell you, it was wonderful, and the people that were in that room understood how valuable it was to them. Having said that, it'll be more valuable to have it as a standing part of our Mass General laws, so that the public, because after all, that's what we're here for, are we not? To restore the public's trust, to make sure that they know we're taking them very seriously, and to make sure that they know we're not above learning new things, since laws change continuously. I'm not above that, and I'm not above the people I serve to be able to prove that I'm not afraid of that either. And so when I ask for your support, I ask you to do this because it's something we're already doing, but with something that we're doing that is being left up to every 2 years the ability to undo. And that, my friends, I don't think is helpful to restoring the public's trust. And so, in conclusion, I would ask for support on Amendment 27. And when a call of a vote is taken, I ask it to be called yeas and nays. Thank you.